Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do the weekly review of the DR IDR over the lunch hour and the ODR for London. So the rules are, I'm going to throw them on the chart now. Now this is for RDR, but I'll explain what's different for ODR. Do not trade high impact news days, NFP, CPI, FOMC. Only take trades between 11 and 1:30. That's RDR here. For ODR, it's from 4 to 7, 3-hour block. Direction confirmed by 12:30 p.m. Over here it'd have to be by 6. ICT PD arrays, fair value gap, order blocks, breaker blocks. Entry, you need risks 1 to 3. Minimum 5 handles, that's pretty easy with 1 to 3. Partials at 60%, move your stop to break even, and plus 2 ticks. Now, if no trade entered before a market structure shift, that is opposite of the DR confirmed, no trade. Okay, I'll show you one on here later this week why it's a no trade. I added that in from backtesting, and it really helps stop those false days when you get a confirmation here and it also get a confirmation over here during the time frame. So it really does help stop those or reduce those. So I added that in. If there's a market structure shift, we're done. And then if no partials by 1:30 or 6 o'clock a.m. here, no trade. Okay, so let's add in all our markups here. So this one was price came down. It confirmed with a little red arrow. Came up 5-minute fair value gap. Hit that 2.5 points. Got 7.5. That's 1 to 3. So we're at 7.5. Right there. In this session, RDR, there's no trade. There's no confirmation before 1:30, and it's got to be by 12:30, so it's a no trade day. That's Monday. Tuesday, let's see this. ODR again, confirmed, fair value gap, it hit it. We go for 1 to 3. Here's 15 more handles, so more. And on this day, this is the day that this no trade entered before a market structure shift that is opposite of DR confirmed, no trade. Now, price did come down here, and I am going to show you that there's a fair value gap right here. Okay, Adam, why didn't you take that trade? Well, I'm going to tell you why I didn't take that trade. New week opening gaps are famous for having reactions to them. Okay, price either hovering around them, a retracement, they hit them and retrace, they bounce back. So I'm waiting to see if this is going to be respected. It's honestly what I was waiting for. So I didn't take this trade, and then I noticed that there was a market structure shift, right here, market structure shift to the upside. So I didn't take this trade because I was waiting for the new week opening gap, and so I got to add a rule for new week opening gap. I just don't know how I want to write it. But that's why I didn't take this trade, and I added the one for market structure shift. So for me, that was a no trade day. This was a loss, right? It's very small, and so there's also a range thing, range of 10 points here. So a very small range, a 5-minute fair value gap right here. Price came down, you took the trade, and then it just took you out. So -5 right there. On this day, for the RDR session, we got confirmation to go short, but we never had an entry until we were way down here at 2.5 standard deviations, and that's just way too far to take a trade. To enter, I'm entering up here. I'm not entering down here. So price came up. It does come up to about 50-60% and then come back down. So it does still work. For me, during my 11 to 1:30, there's no trade. No trade, no confirmation at all here this whole time until after hours. And here, let's back up like this. On Thursday, price came down, confirmed, came up to the 5-minute fair value gap, and you have 5 handles, and you took it to the 1 standard deviation, and that's 30 handles. So right here is 2, 3, 15 minutes is 1 to 3, and if you wanted to leave a runner, you could have had 30 handles right there. Okay. In fairness, I'll mark it at 15 because that's 1 to 3. And then let's go to this is Fridays. Friday, you had, this is a very good reason why I like taking partials. So let me just show you how this worked. When I was trading this, you would have broke to the downside. You had taken a trade right here. You had taken your partials. Where would your, this is 1 to 3 right here. Okay, so let's move this like this. You had taken your partials here, and you had got stopped out. Okay. Would have taken another trade right here. Same thing. You would have taken another partial and got stopped out. You said, man, it's still respecting it. You'd take another trade. And this one would have won. See how that fair value gap just held. Like it never, price never wanted to go above that. So it did zigzag back and forth. So that's why I showed it just as one big long one. But you would have taken partial of 60%. And then you would have moved your stop to break even. You would have been taken out here. You would have re-entered if you wanted to. I would re-entered there, taken my partials, and would have got stopped out right here for break even. Third time's a charm. I got in. I'd get in right there. I never hit my, took partials because this candle just right there took it out. Took everything. Okay, so that one, we'll just call it, alright, so 60%, we'll say 5 here. And then we'll take the 11.5. So 11 plus 10, that's 21. Plus 21 points. Alright, so then on Friday's afternoon session, RDR, there's no confirmation. This is just such a huge range. There's never going to be a confirmation. We're just going to stay in this range all day. So that is 53.5 handles for the week.